Welcome, everybody, here to Sports Talk Network channel. I've been saying each and every video. I've been off camera. Been off camera for a while, but I will be back. Make my camera appearance debut, I guess you could say, re-debut, at the SummerSlam prediction episode next week. Steve's Wrestling Ramble, Thursday, August 17th, 7 p.m. Central or 8 p.m. Central, 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I probably would want to start at 7 p.m., but we'll certainly see how things go when we get to that date on the 17th. You never know. Things might run late. Co-hosts or grand guests might be running late themselves, and we'll start a little later. Either way, it'll be live, going live 7 p.m., between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Time, between 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern Time on that date of the 17th of August in the year of this still being 2017. But here tonight, giving the SmackDown Live review, my SmackDown Live review. These reviews that I do Monday and Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central, 11 p.m. Eastern, usually around that time, are in conjunction and associated with Steve's Wrestling Ramble of this channel. So my co-hosts and others are more than welcome to join in if they wish to talk about SmackDown. If they're not watching 205 Live or Talking Smack going on 2 hours later. Oh, wait, no more Talking Smack. Sorry, that's over. No more. So just 205 Live if you're watching that. Or if you've enjoyed what I did, I did binge watch the Kurt Angle collection on WWE Network, so that was fun. I finished that about 4 p.m. in the afternoon. So I spent my whole afternoon watching the collection while doing other things as well around the house. So definitely something to watch. If you haven't seen that, check it out on the WWE Network as well. So starting off with tonight, talking about SmackDown Live, started off with John Cena and Baron Corbin. Makes sense. You finished last week's SmackDown Live with, or at least off air, but technically ending SmackDown Live in a way for the live audience. Baron Corbin attacking Shinsuke. John Cena coming to Shinsuke's aid after they made the whole show of respect between the two superstars after Shinsuke won and became the number one contender to face Jinder Mahal Maharaja at WWE SummerSlam for the WWE Championship. John Cena put Baron Corbin to announce table, so might as well start off the show with how you ended it last week with John Cena and Baron Corbin. And Daniel Bryan officially announcing that it will in fact be John Cena versus Baron Corbin at SummerSlam 1-on-1 there. 1-on-1 franchise there for sure. Good opening segment. I had a feeling they were going to have this match at SummerSlam, which was what happened last week. I didn't know if maybe John would go to Raw or what would be going on. He is a free agent, but maybe that's going to be starting and actually showing of him being a free agent next in 2 weeks after SummerSlam's over. The Raw after or one of the Raws, him showing up there and picking a fight with somebody, who knows. And going from there, actually showing him being a free agent, being on both shows, being able to either pull double duty or just be on Raw for a show or two or otherwise and be able to go from there. I know Kyron and others were discussing with me on Twitter during the show. Welcome to follow him. He's one of my co-hosts at SplashBro Kyron. Stephen A. and Stephen A. 1181 as well was interacting with me. So all are welcome to interact with me on Twitter at W_podcast. Again, at WWE_podcast. Simple as that. Interact with me during any thing that we were live if related, Raw, SmackDown, and pay-per-view events. Pay-per-views for sure. And like I said, really hyping up and looking forward to a SummerSlam prediction show here on this channel, here for Steve's Wrestling Ramble, Thursday, August 17th, 2017, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be live in living color on camera again, so my face as well. But moving on, talking about SmackDown Live from tonight, so you actually go back here. The Usos defeating Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger in a tag team match. Might as well just throw Sami Zayn and Ty Dillinger together, so at least Ty Dillinger, who's is what he is, I guess, and Sami Zayn, to face the Usos to set up some. Just set up obviously something between the Usos and the New Day. It actually happening after the match, not during, because maybe could have had the New Day come out there, being their silly, goofy selves, distracting the Usos and Sami and Ty to get the win. But if that was going to be the case, it would have been a good idea to have Sammy get the pin. Just saying. But that was not the case. Usos getting the win. And then the New Day actually coming out there and attacking them, showing a little bit of edge with his aggression in a way. That actually was kind of interesting and unpredictable, and I didn't see that coming at all. That was kind of cool, actually, to see that side of the New Day. Showing them serious. And I don't mean just showing them serious and sometimes in the promos they do, because even in those times, those times they show serious tone. They're still being a funny, wacky New Day style. Here, just being as kickers and getting to the point in that way was actually a delight to see. Difference, yes, but a positive difference, at least for me in that one. Charlotte Flair defeating Lana one-on-one. Lana asking for this match, or asking to, or yes, she's going to be calling out Charlotte Flair, wanting a match with Charlotte Flair this week, when she said that to Tamina last week. One thing I did note on Twitter, that I did note to the group that I have there on Twitter that we interact about Tamina and that whole jacket thing. She wears a little jacket. She's tugged under, like when she's finishing her promos or when she's talking, kind of like a thing she does now. It got kind of annoying, but then it's also kind of cool because it's just like it makes you look tougher or something. I don't know. Pull on your jacket, like you're a biker, like a biker dude. Pull on the jacket to be intimidating, pump the chest out, be badass. But either way, that is what it is. And with what happened backstage between Lana and Tamina after the match with Charlotte Flair after the loss, Tamina actually asking Lana now to help her to get, I don't know what, something, to be able to get something from Lana, which then would then get Tamina maybe a title match and the opportunity after SummerSlam and somewhere down the road. Now, I don't want to right away down the road, let it breathe, let it build up to something where Tamina actually getting a title opportunity. But I think she would win that title. No, I don't think that would be the case, but it'd certainly be interesting to see how that all go down and how that build to that point would be done. Again, it's just me. It's just how I'm thinking there. But it would be interesting to actually see Tamina getting a chance. As I always say, give everybody a chance for the title. Not saying everybody should get the title in general, but getting a chance, getting a title match, which also includes Summer Rae if she ever comes back, because she's beautiful and awesome herself. Again, I do have this affinity and thing for blondes. Charlotte, Summer Rae, Renee Young, others, females of the past in WWE, this and that. Females of celebrity type of in other businesses. Point being, that is what it is for me. But anyway, moving on from that, Shane McMahon, talking with AJ Styles, United States Champion, and Kevin Owens. They're all three in the ring, promoting each other. Shane McMahon kind of laying down the law. It was kind of cool and blast from the past thing. And they're showing the clip on the WWE Network of Shane McMahon especially as referee back in the day in the Mankind Austin match. That was kind of cool seeing a young Shane McMahon. As I said, I binge watched the Kurt Angle collection this afternoon, and the Kurt Angle Shane McMahon match from King of the Ring. Beautiful. Best match for Shane McMahon's career. And pretty dang good for Kurt Angle. Again, for Shane McMahon, a non-generally trained pro wrestler, let alone sports entertainer, even in that light, in his father's company, to go out and do that, be in that match, do those spots that were done in that match, that were obviously predetermined, planned in that match. For him to want to do that, do it, and sign up for that is actually pretty awesome. I'm sure that's why he has a lot of respect with the boys in the back at that time, and just all in general, the men and women in the back. That he's not just, not just Vince McMahon's son that just, takes, would just take general matches or winning titles randomly or this and that. That he's would do what he himself would ask other superstars to do. Now, that type of match, that's another thing, too. We talk about the women's revolution. If they have, they've had Hell in a Cell matches, but have caliber and actually go that far, even in this era, for the women wrestlers. You always talk about women equal to men, right? So, in pro wrestling and in other aspects as well. Why not, right? But again, being off topic, point from the Shane McMahon, AJ Styles, Kevin Owens thing, them kind of bartering against each other. Will Shane McMahon screw over AJ? Will Shane screw over Kevin? Shane saying he will call it down the line unless he has to, which leaves it open to one of them will force his hand to attack them and screw them over. Again, we all think it's going to be, and it probably will be setting up something between Shane McMahon and Kevin Owens, or at least teasing it. But how are they going to tease it? Will he outright put his hand on Kevin Owens, attack him in some way, and help AJ Styles get the win in a quick count, like Earl Hebner did back in the day when dealing with the McMahon-Helmsley era and McMahon-Helmsley situation? That storyline, counting 1, 2, 3 on Triple H when there was that Chris Jericho Triple H title match on Monday Night Raw. Or just something like that, even though that was resolved the same night. Point being, something like that. Shane McMahon sitting up with Kevin Owens, whether it's rumored to be at Hell in a Cell, as I was hearing from Kyron Chase on Twitter, at Splash Bro Kyron, or if it's going to be happening as Survivor Series, or held off to WrestleMania, and things are just being teased ever so slightly starting at SummerSlam, because it's still a while to WrestleMania. Then again, as much as it feels like it's a long time, it really isn't. I gotta start getting ready for myself to hopefully be able to be in attendance in my first ever WWE event at all, or pay-per-view, but still is a long shot. Might need help from Goldberg like I did last year. I almost had a chance to go because he actually had tickets there for me at the box office, or maybe a partner or whatever I'm looking for here in the channel. I'll be able to help this fan with their stuff out in that way. Next up, Carmella defeating Naomi, and James Ellsworth making his grand return. I kind of was hoping that he wouldn't return until SummerSlam, help Carmella cash in, successfully become the SmackDown Live Women's Champion, and that be the way he returns to WWE programming in that route. But it is here. It was here tonight, and it is what that is, and I can't really hate it. I guess I just would have rather it be the other way. Naomi retains, defeats Natalya. Carmella comes out there because it was a grueling match, as I say, and come out there to cash in. Naomi's not worried too much because it's one-on-one, but Carmella had a plan all along. James Ellsworth out of nowhere trips up or does something to Naomi. Carmella, and she's in there, 1, 2, 3, wins the title. In that way, sort of way to having him return. Being a surprise to some, maybe not all, because, we're on the day of age of social media and the internet of knowing things, but still, being, having that happen, be what it be. But we'll certainly see how things go there. But I am still thinking Baron, Corbin, and Carmella are both to cash in at SummerSlam, whether they do successfully or not. Or at least that happening, which also then brings up, should Carmella didn't have a match at SummerSlam? Baron Corbin has a match against John Cena at SummerSlam. Hopefully it'll be one of the first 4 matches on the main card. But hopefully Carmella has the same. It's always good to have the Mr. Money in the Bank, and now also Miss Money in the Bank, have a match at the pay-per-view each and every month. Whether it's SummerSlam or otherwise, whether it's brand specific or when it goes back together, just in general, each and every pay-per-view, give that at least that. Whether they win or lose, that maybe they'll cash in later in the week or later in the night or not. We'll see, whatever. But them not having a match at all, if Carmella doesn't, that would be kind of bad. And I was thinking Charlotte Flair, and I know a lot of people were up in arms with Sasha Banks, and she needs to be in the title match now, and now she is going to face Nia Jax next week. Winner will face Alexa Bliss, and that Raw being in Sasha Banks' hometown. So, Sasha Banks fans be all happy probably, and be a big moment for her. Because even if she doesn't win, I don't see her winning the title at SummerSlam. I don't. But I would rather it be Nia Jax win Alexa versus Nia, because that was planned in the past, right? Weeks ago. But again, I'm talking about Raw. This is a SmackDown Live review. But again, point being, Carmella should have a match. So I have Charlotte Flair, the best in the business, in my opinion. Again, not just a thing because I have a affinity for blondes, but in general because Charlotte Flair is a great athlete. She is the best in WWE in the women's division. maybe the best in pro wrestling in the women's division. Then again, that's just my opinion. And I respect yours if you disagree, strongly or slightly. But moving on, so hey, that could be a match. Charlotte Flair, Carmella have actually be a kick-ass match, in my opinion. But we'll see if that actually happens. We'll see if that's actually set up next week for Carmella to have a match with anybody. I don't give two hoots, magoots, who it is against. I really don't. But have Carmella be in a match at SummerSlam for me, I guess specifically, as I'm talking about myself here, obviously. So then wonder, will she cash in or won't she? This and that and all the other stuff in between. It's the same way with Baron Corbin. But I still feel that both will be cashing in. Talking about the WWE Champion, Jinder Mahal, Another Maharaja, faced Randy Orton in a grudge match. Orton actually getting the win. That was surprising in its own right. The only negative I had about this at all with Randy Orton winning is that for Randy Orton fans out there, like Raunchy Mikey and others, you know, that opened that little open crack for them to talk about that, hey, maybe Randy Orton should get a title match again after SummerSlam because, hey, he be the champion, right? You have a superstar. You have a superstar against champion on SmackDown or Raw for the Universal, whatever, with that champion or any champion. Doesn't be the main champion, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You have superstar defeating champion on regular programming show, weekly show, to then set up maybe them getting a title match at some point or them being able to be talked about in the realm of way, maybe they should get one. And not just by their fan bases, specifically of that said superstar, whoever that superstar would be, but by the general audience of the WWE and WWE Universe. So that's the only, again, little thing that I took out of there, being negative of Randy Orton actually winning there. But it being a grudge match, you know, it'll just be twisted and turned to be just being a grudge match. Randy got the win, got a win back in a way. It wasn't for the title, so Jinder's the champion. And Rusev attacked Orton after the match, so we're still going that way. With Rusev to face Orton at SummerSlam. So all is good in that way. But, again, you have Randy win that match. It opens the door to that. Just saying. But all in all, pretty good SmackDown Live. And I would say was indeed better than last night's Monday Night Raw. But then again, they could have done anything. They were better than Monday Night Raw, my opinion. So, thanks to all that watched live. And those who will be watching archive, welcome to like the video. Smash that like button as hard as you can as a supporter of the channel, supporter of the podcast, and just supporter of all WWE podcasters here on YouTube and otherwise. This is always appreciated. We all matter. Whether ones are more popular than others, still we all are familia in their own right, a family that do talk pro wrestling, whether on a daily basis, weekly basis, however basis, on our YouTube channels or on our podcast, on other outlets online. So shout out to all the other podcasters, whether you're big time or little time, whatever time. Shout out to you. Also, I'm going to keep hyping up as I should. SummerSlam prediction episode, August 17th, 7 p.m. here on this channel, Steve's Wrestling Ramble. It's going to be a can't miss episode, whether you watch live or otherwise. Definitely going to be a can't miss with the guests that I already have written out to be on the show, and those that might be here as well. So definitely don't want to miss that. If you're interested in being part of it, I think I actually have one spot left in having a full house on Google Hangouts. So if you're interested, let me know at WB_podcast on Twitter, and you might be able to be on the show. It's good, good for all. But however, has a great rest of your evening. Enjoy the rest of your day or otherwise, and as always, take care.